Hello, welcome to Bard's Gaming Corner. I'm Bard. This is part 2 of Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. The first part, I created a Paladin. We had to flee before a bivouac after our caravan was attacked. So let's continue, shall we? Here we are. We are in a dungeon. This is my character Ignacio. I called him that because I think part of his backstory is from the Valiant Republic. This is Kalisha and Eoden, caravan's shop owner, and the only other two members of the caravan who survived. The lower level of the ruins has been blocked off by fallen. Indeed. So let's. This is, I think, Adra, which is more valuable than gold in this world.
That should be far enough. What now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
Windstorm, the kind they only get in Air Glenfath. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. Glenfath on word is bivouac. To them it's the gods' way of reaping the soul of the land that couldn't find their own way out. But they'll take a living soul as soon as a dead one. Still got yours? Who attacked us? Glenfathans. Used to be the hut dwellers Odima warned you about. Looked to be fangs of Gallowayne. Gallowayne is the god of the hunt, or the twitchiest of the lot. They go rune to rune looking for fights with colonists. Poor Odima. I think he half expected this once we lost the main road. Glenfathans said we trespassed in their ruins. I don't believe that. Odima would never allow it, but as much as the fangs are hotheads, Glenfathans don't attack without being provoked. Either they saw something and got the wrong idea, or she glances down in the passage beyond, or there's looters in here with us. That is not something we need right now. Well, I'm a paladin, so what about everyone else in the caravan? Lisa's lips press together and her chin rumples. Her voice is faint. The wheels got hold of him now. She looks up. Gods grant them better luck in their next life. Yeah, that's right. In this world, every soul gets reborn. You don't seem too upset about it. Alicia looks you in the eye, a volatile current running beneath her voice. Maybe you just don't know me. Maybe you just know. Pardon. Maybe you just don't know me enough to know what upsets looks like. And maybe I've seen worse too. Seen worse and kept on walking. Because there's nothing else to be done. Because there's other people you care about who still need you. Let's get going. Yeah. Trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbows and thin ribs show through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a Xorib. Watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. Raise your arms and stand still. Creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. The creature sniffs around you and finds nothing of interest. Steps back and resumes its defensive posture. It's okay, I won't hurt you. The Xorep recoils, fingers still wrapped tightly around its spear. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. Oh, okay. Let's fight this beast. Thoraps. They're a bit like the kobolds of this world. There are a lot of them, but they're not very powerful. Oh.
What you need?
Indeed.
Here come.
Shh.
Ooh.
Wait. Do you hear that?
That a journal. This small folio is torn in several places and blood has soaked in several of the sheets. One later entry is still legible, however. Can't believe my luck. Few rounds of dice and got my hands on a genuine Invivian artifact. Fellow who had it said was pretty nothing as far as he's concerned. He's not willing to go digging in some ruins. But if he's right about his gem leading to a hidden treasure, then that's what worth sneaking past a few painted elves. I'll head to Kyland Lease in the morning. Then it's just a matter of this relief Relief was talking about. I think he's talking about some kind of painting or a mural. Sculptor.
How can I help?
Okay. Well, we certainly showed him.
I shall.
That looks weak. Could be a shortcut.
I can scout ahead, see what's around the corner. How can I help?
Do that. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna get Hayden to perform some kind of sneak attack on this Skulder whelp. And the other two are gonna attack this one.
Hmm?
Oh. Alright. That went well. And let's see what they got. Skulder ear. Right click for detail. Tattered ear of a Skulder. Probably can use that
Of
for
course.
some potion or some kind.
Fresh air in here. I think we found an exit. Sounds like the storm pass, too.
Well, we didn't explore all of this dungeon, so Like I said in part 1, I haven't played
Those
this game.
tiles look suspicious. Let's be careful.
Ooh, a dovel. Let's explore some more in here. This part you didn't get to.
Someone else has been here. We should move.
Mace. Camping supplies, hammer and chisel. Small shield, torch. Strange illness, minor fatigue. I think the mace is better than the hatchet, so let's. Yes, damage is far better. 13 to 18. 15 might. Guidance. This year there are a lot of isometric games like this coming out. Pathfinder, I think War of the Righteous, I think it's called.
Roundish symbol. Pretty sure I saw it on one of the tiles back there.
Roundness symbol. Where? Oh, he. Oh, it's gonna. Solve the puzzle for us. Oh, that's mighty kind. Something here. A mural. Oh, okay. This mural must be ancient, yet the colors are still bright and vivid. Shows a procession of Ingwithans from all the Kith races. Amua, Elf, Orlan, Dwarf and Human. They walk among the pillars similar to the ones that span this chamber, each topped with a flame. Other oozes. Oh. You're gonna attack him. I'm gonna use lay on hands only. I'm gonna use knockdown.
How can I help?
And then. Okay. And you're gonna help. Anyone? Yes.
Of course. What's that muck on the wall?
Vicious, really, this muck clings to anything it touches. And a large statue of a man's face or a elven face. Vicious slick of something dark and tar-like runs down this wall. The shape and bulges in the ooze suggest that something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. Use your water skin to clear off the ooze. You rinse the ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surrounding it has chipped away in places, but the details of the head, from the tight curls of hair to the ridges of its pointed ears, still showcase remarkable craftsmanship. One eye socket is empty, a gem fills its other. Of course, the gem we found with the body minutes earlier. Place the gem in the eye slot. The chamber begins to rumble, stray rocks dancing across the tiled floor. Finally, a large section in the wall gives way. Lost an item and with a relief gem. Where is it? Relief. Ah! Secret chamber. And another ooze. More ooze? No, that's the only one. So I'll use Blinding Strike. This is pretty impressive of skill, or what is it? Well, attack, special attack.
How can I help?
My character doesn't have that much special skills apart from lay on hands. Ah, we won again.
Yes?
And ooze plasma. A congealed mass of thick and opaque jelly.
Indeed.
Ah, here. Minor cloak of protection. Yes. Amethyst. Amethyst can be found in a variety of shades, but those with darker purple are considered to be the most valuable. Discovery of a new source has become commonplace in the past few hundred years. Amethyst no longer fetches the same value it once did. 10 gold, 10 CP gold pieces. And Adra, an organic material, crystalline in structure but shell-like in substance. Adra can be found growing up through the ground and veins in many parts of Eora. Easy to carve and manipulate, it is a favorite of jewelry as a semi-precious stone and is often cut more intricately and beautiful than other gems. Oh. And let's equip the Minor Cloak of Protection. We'll give +5 fortitude of reflex and willpower. I will give it to my own character. And you can see in the defense that fortitude has increased, reflex and willpower. Willpower protects against many fortitude attacks against I think poisonous attacks and such. And willpower will attacks against many magic attacks. Let's see if we can cross the puzzle. Okay, I think we have crossed
I'm here.
Single file. It reminds me of the puzzle in Baldur's Gate 2.
How can I help?
The tiles almost similar in design. One of the dungeons.
Hmm?
Okay, let's continue. Ah, a spider. More spiders? Yes, 2. Let's use a blinding strike against the other spider. Oh, we're done already.
Indeed.
We've been there. We think we explored most of this dungeon already. Oh, another spiderling. Oh, big spiderling. We're gonna attack it.
How can I help? How can I help?
The AI isn't always up to it. Sometimes you have to do a little micromanagement.
Indeed.
Bats as large as chicken are struck in this web. Rapier. Bloodstone, rapier, a weapon used by, well, rogues mostly. Okay. Let's leave the dungeon. New map discovered. Silent lease. Silent lease. 30 XP earned. How many XP do I have? 703. Older robed man. 4 figures stand before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled adra and metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The figure closest to the machine stands out among them. A thick grey beard frames a face otherwise hidden beneath a metallic mask. Its faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen. It wears a strange black headdress with 2 protrusions that jut out like the wings of some malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book.
Omnibus.
Your brother has done his part. Seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
For an instant the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then, all at once, it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with adra and trimmed with copper. Style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end, a great pillar of adra pierces the floor from below, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them. They are all questions. Pressing questions. Troubling questions. Questions that must be answered or at the base of the pillar now you see a man with a thick grey beard and a ceremonial robe crowned with a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried and trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. You awaken to find your malaise has broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the sound of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tick. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. It figures that the machines then frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who left them here is nowhere to be seen. Aiden and Galicia lie bloody on the uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Phil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse.
Carrying too much weight.
Ignacio has enough experience to level up. Let's level up. 6 points. More. Survival allows characters to choose from a variety of long-term bonuses each time they camp. The first 6 ranks grant them the following bonuses: damage reduction, healing month. Okay, it's 6 ranked. Put some points in mechanics. Yeah, it's 5 stealth. Still. Unused points will carry to the next level. Okay, 1 point left. Next, talents. A lot of talents. Oh, you do have weapon focus. I forgot about that, but weapon focus, nice. Trains the character in the use of battle axe, sword, morning star, and crossbow, gaining accuracy with all the weapons they focus. All right. Weapons like battle axe, sword, morning star, crossbow. Sure. 2 weapon style, 1 up. Oh, let's choose a class. Kill. This untroubled faith. The Paladin's beliefs become more than just a sum of his or her actions, negating reputation that negatively influence faith and conviction. Modifies faith and conviction. Faith and conviction passive. And effects so +4 deflection, +8 all defenses except deflection. Shielding deep faith. Let's see. Shielding touch. Okay. One-handed style. While wielding a single one-handed melee weapon, some of the attacker's hits are converted to crits. Offensive weapon and shield style. Crit shield deflecting bonus increased and grant an equal bonus to the character's reflex. Utility, fast runner. I think we're gonna shielding touch. Faith. Let's use untroubled faith. Okay, done. And I think it's critical fatigue. I think let's use damage reduction. Okay, rest. Accuracy is, well, it's increased. Come on. What was that? Pick some berries. I lost my disease, by the way. Vessel flesh. Stash. Plus this poor soul. That's creepy. Vessel flesh. Probably some from an earlier time, some flashback. Grim's crown. Is there anything else we can get here? Here. Springberry. Oh, we know that. And there's Gilded Fill. It's Defiance Bay, the main city. Gilded Village. Twin Elms. Valenwoods. Would take 6 hours. Music is a little bit melancholic. Another flashback. Here's a buddy. Can I get there? Let's. Yep. Outlaw. I have no special skills. This one is tough to kill. Sword, small shield, head, open helm. Helmets come in many forms, from the humble padded cap to fully enclosed steel great helms. Different cultures tend toward different styles of helmets. Outside of a regimented armies, the type of helmet an individual wears only comes down to personal preference. Some money in it. Hey, another wolf. 2 wolves. 3 wolves. Use some lay on hands on myself and kill him. Well, that was a tough fight. Greater health, greater endurance. Full fight. These aged walls appear to have once encircled this entire glade. Once a small fragment remains, and the stairs leading to the top of the structure have crumbled away. Examine the wall more closely. The heavy bricks are slick with moss, presenting a hindrance to climbing, but the stones themselves seem sturdy enough. Given the right tools, one might easily reach the top. Scale the wall. You find a handhold upon one of the large stones and start to pull yourself up. You make your way steadily up the crumbling room and over the top. My athletics help here. Continue. Fourth letter. I do not think you will ever see this, but you were right, Fulfano. We should have journeyed south together and been safer for it. I would tolerate all the clothing in the world if I might live to hear it. Put myself out of reach of the beast circling below, but I'm done for all the same. I do not think I will rise again. Whoever finds this, pray for me. Perhaps in the next life I shall be a trap of wolves. Ah, this poor soul was trapped by the wolves. And a Fulfano's gloves of this dexterity +2. I'm gonna pick that up. And something here. Blood mass. Climb down. Okay. Let's equip Fulvano's gloves. Let's see what they will do. Clothing. Other. Oh, stash. That's in the main stash. Yeah, reflexes increased. And it's no use equipping the helmet, it doesn't do anything. That's weird things with this game, and Pillars of Eternity 2 as well. Most helmets don't do anything. Let's see, since I'm... Oh, here's someone. But first, let's talk to him.
How do you do?
The man appears to be hurriedly dismantling his camp in quick jerky movements. He looks up as you approach, his expression tense and drawn. Greetings, he says, a little breathless. On your way south, is it? He wipes his brow, turning to face you. The sooner you're clear of these woods, the better, I think. Let's see. A caravan was attacked at me, trying to get to the Gilded Vale. Hard luck, I'm sorry to hear it. You should be fine from here. There's no missing the Vale if you keep to the road and you haven't far to walk. But you want to keep clear of this place after that. We were just attacked north of here. Me and a friend of mine, we came out here to hunt some deer. Came up on a bear instead. Great monstrous thing. And Pearly? He didn't make it. He shakes his head. I don't know what I'll tell his wife. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. Who are you? Name's Nonton. Born and raised in Gilded Vale. Haven't had a spot of luck since. His face twists. Luckier than Pearly, I suppose. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. What happened to your friend? We didn't see it coming. Martin's voice shakes a little as he speaks. We were following a stag. Pearly? He saw something in the brambles and we went tearing off after it. We all stumbled into the cave. Poor Pearly didn't stand a chance. The bear was on top of him before we knew what was happening. The beasts will take what they will, I suppose. He smiles sadly. This time Galloway's favor fell upon the bear. Where did you find this bear? In a cave a ways up that way. He turns to point to the northwest. I wouldn't seek it out if I were you. It was a great brute of a beast. Would hate to hear that it took another life. see if that's... see what's here. Some more camping supplies. Scroll of Tanglefoot. Rapidly grows a patch of twisted vines and surrounding tangle anything unlucky enough to get caught inside. Characters who set foot inside the area in fact become hobbled. Okay, that's something I think I can equip. Really? Stash. Here. Yes. Grass is still flattened behind the wagon's wheels. Barrels of cabbages, potatoes, and squash have been overturned and abandoned. A young wolf. Oh, okay. The pointer is turned red. It means that when I walk away, the attacking party is still on me, so they will have more chance to hit me and give me damage. Shattered pieces of a crate are strewn across the dirt, along with a few muddy vegetables. Rent already went here. Okay, I don't think we're strong enough to tackle the bear at this moment. So we added. All right, let's call it quits for now. For part 2 of Pillars of Eternity, I will save the game, and I will. If you like this video, hit the like or subscribe button, and I will see you in part 3.